Hi guys, welcome to SAP Online recorded session. This session is for SAP MM, that is Materials Management, Overview and Introduction. I have a small slide presentation here for the SAP MM Materials Management Introduction. Before we go into the slideshow, let's understand what exactly is SAP Materials Management and what is the role of SAP MM module in SAP. In the world of business, the movement of goods or material from a vendor to a company and finally to a customer is termed as supply chain. This chain is implemented in my SAP ERP system with the help of Material Management module. In addition, the ERP system ensures that a company has the right material in the right quantity at the right location at the right time and at a competitive price. The MM module allows a company to control its inventory, forecast customer demand, and keep itself updated on all transactions of the supply chain. The following steps define the flow of material-related information in my SAP ERP system. So before we go into the presentation, I just want you guys to understand the steps which normally take place in a material management module or the scenario. Identifying the need for the material or goods through the material requirement planning process followed in the PP model or by a sales order is one of the process. Forwarding the purchase requirement document that contains the details of the required materials to the vendor can be another process. Receiving material from the vendor, after which the material may be sent for quality inspection and QM. Storing the material in warehouse by using the WM module. Entering the details of the material to be produced in the production order document. Shipping the final goods to the customer destination, the shipping and delivery details are processed in the SD module of the My SAP ERP system. So certain points which shows what is the involvement of SAP MM in the SAP module. Now let's look at the slide closely. These are the contents of the slide. So let's look at the introduction. SAP MM module is one of the most important SAP modules where MM stands for Materials Management, which includes requisitions, purchase orders, goods receipts, accounts payable, inventory management, BOMs or bill of materials, master raw materials, finished goods, etc. So as the slide explains, the Materials Management module, as the name is self-explanatory, is going to deal with materials. So the factors or whatever you can see here in this screen is something which is related to the SAP MM module. So we have requisitions, we have purchase orders, we have inventory management. So it starts from the inflow of a raw material or an inflow of a purchase order that hits into the raw material, and the raw material is gone through to the processing in the factory, then the quality management is done, and the final sales and distribution is done. So starting from an inflow of a purchase order till the outflow or the customer receiving the final product, material management handles it. That is why material management is one of the most important as well as one of the vast modules in SAP. Our next slide explains why we need MM. Amount spent on material is higher than other inputs. That is one basic reason why we need MM. Take it any kind of business, especially in production business, or a business which has a product. The amount which we spend on product would be the highest investment apart from your marketing, your operations, your management. Product would be the highest concern and the highest investment also. Second main reason is because material offers considerable scope for reducing costs and improving profit. So a material is giving you a scope for reducing your cost and improving your profit. The third important point says material adds value to the product. Here, when I say a material and a product is considered as the end product. For example, if you're looking into a shoe, the shoe can be the product, and the leather used in the shoe, and the paint, the texture, all that can be your material. So material adds value to the product. So in the same example, if your leather is not good, your shoe is not good. At the same time, if your leather is good, your shoe is going to be good. The fourth point is quality of end product depend on material. The same thing which I explained to you now. Then we have efficiency of any organization depend upon the availability of right material in right quantity at right time and right place. This is one of the most important factors that holds on material management as one of an important module. Because if you order a product, if a customer orders a product, he would expect that product to be reaching his destination as soon as possible. If there is any delay, might be because of not having the right material, or not having the stock in place, or not having it in the stock but not having it in the right place, the customer can move on to the next competitor. This is another important point why we need MM. Let's move on to the next slide. Our next slide shows the process flow of material management. You can see the cursor on my screen. I am placing at the initial process, which is called purchasing. I am highlighting this. Okay. Purchasing is your first flow which hits the suppliers or the customers. Now, how do the purchasing hit the suppliers? It would be through purchase orders. So you can see the purchasing is hitting the suppliers through purchase orders, and the suppliers in turn are receiving the purchase orders. From there, they are moving into the raw material storage for the stock availability. They are looking for the stock availability. Then there moves the transformation process, which might be the assembly process or the final end process which happens in a factory normally. Then they go into in-process storage. When I say in-process storage, you might need storage of your product during it is ordered as well. So this can be the storage of raw materials while it's in process. Finished goods storage is nothing but your product is already done and it's being stored for the right time. And finally, you have the distribution, which can come in the sales and distribution model, wherein the transportation is taken care to distribute to the customer, or the logistics is taken care for the customer. And you can see the final flow, which is the end customer. So this process flow is one simple one which helps you understand how does a material management module work and how does the process flow look like. We have a next slide which says material management integration or the MM integration. This flow shows what are the different modules in which material management is integrated or can be integrated. Firstly, we have the sales and distribution module, also known as the SD module. As I told, for your sales and distribution purposes. Secondly, we have the production planning module. This can be for your factory purposes where you're planning for production. Thirdly, we have the quality management module, wherein you can, once the product is being produced, you can send it for your quality checks using this module. You have a production management module, your financial accounting module, your asset management module, controls module, and finally a project system. So these are the different other SAP modules to which materials management can be integrated. One point to be noted here is that material management can be integrated to most of the SAP modules. That itself explains how vast SAP MM is. Our next slide shows certain components available in the material management module. The first component is consumption-based planning, which is also called as CBP. The second component is the purchasing component. The third component is called as the external service management. The fourth component is the inventory management. The fifth component is your logistics invoice verification. And the final component is vendor evaluation management. So these are basically the different components which come in between the SAP MM module. So let's look at each component in detail. Firstly, we have the consumption-based planning, CBP. So let's look into brief what each component stands for. The CBP is based on the past consumption values and uses the forecast or other statistical procedures to determine future requirements. It gets triggered when stock level falls below predefined reorder points. Certain procedures available for MRP, reorder point procedure, forecast-based planning, time-based materials planning. So basically, consumption-based planning is nothing but your inventory management. So based on a past consumption, there is a standard value which is being determined in SAP, and it gets triggered when that standard value or when your actual value is lesser than the standard value or hits the standard value. That is basically what consumption-based planning is. We have purchasing component. So you can see the description here. Purchasing is a component of material management. The tasks of purchasing is as follows: external procurement of material and services, determination of possible sources of supply, monitoring deliveries from and payments to vendors. So purchasing is nothing but procuring your materials and services. So if you are providing a product to your customer, you would require to procure the raw materials from your vendors. The second thing is determining of possible source of supply. What can be a possible source of supply? Determining them. Monitoring your deliveries from and payments to vendors. So this is to monitor your deliveries for the payment of vendors and from them as well. External service management, in this component, it supports the complete cycle of bid invitation, award or order placement and acceptance of services. So for example, we saw the purchasing model. So this component is, we saw the purchasing component. So this component is closely related to the purchasing component. So the external service management includes your external procurement of materials and services, determination of possible sources of supply, we have the inventory management component. The task of SAP inventory management is as following: management of material stocks on a quantity and value basis, planning entry and documentation of all goods movements, carrying out the physical inventory. So inventory management, as the name itself suggests, is basically to manage your inventory or your stock. So managing your stock basically is what is seen in inventory management component. We have the logistic invoice verification component. It is a component of MM. It is in the logistic invoice verification that incoming invoice are verified in terms of content, price and arithmetic. The task of logistic invoice verification is as following: it completes material procurement process which starts with purchase requisition and results in goods receipts. It allows invoices that do not generate in material procurement like expenses to be processed. It allows credit memo to be processed. So as you see, these are the different factors or different methods used in logistic invoice verification. Vendor evaluation. The vendor evaluation component supports you in optimizing your procurement processes in case of both materials and services. So it helps you to select source of supply and monitoring of existing supply relationships, vendor reliability. Your criteria can be price, quantity, delivery, general service support. This is an interesting slide which shows what are different benefits of materials management. The first benefit says material costs can be lowered down. Now, seeing the different components which we just covered now, we can easily know why this point is valid. The second point says controlling of indirect costs. So if you implement an SAP MM or the materials management module, you do not have to face those indirect costs which would be based or involved in your business from the raw material to the end product reaching the customer. The risk of inventory loss minimized. So if you have an inventory loss, if you are doing a manual inventory, there is a risk of always losing it. That is minimized in SAP MM. Reduction in loss of time of direct labor, very valid point. Instead of having a manual labor to keep a stock of all inventory, you can have the SAP MM module installed and the module will take care of all the inventory. Control of manufacturing cycle. It gives a complete control of the manufacturing cycle as the point itself signifies. Material congestion in storage places avoided. Improvement in delivery of the product. Finally, let's see certain implementation challenges which we can see in SAP MM. Selection of appropriate vendors is always a challenge. You should be able to select your appropriate vendor. Optimizing time and quality for products. You should be able to optimize the time and quality for products. Difficulty in forecast, accurate demand. And finally, management of information as well. So with this, we end with the SAP Materials Management Module Introduction and Overview. In our next session, that is session number 2, we will be starting with the chapter called Working with Organizational Structure in SAP Materials Management. So you can go through the introduction and overview till we start with the next session and get back to us for any queries. Thank you. Meet you all guys in the next session.